Hi guys, welcome back to Vape Don't Smoke. It's Paul here, and today we're doing a review for a device that I think is rather cool. It's the JomoTech Lite 40W mod kit. Okay guys, so here is the box that the JomoTech Lite 40W device comes in. You can see it as a kit. You do get the tank and you do get a charger. Little plastic case. It says Lite 40 on the back, on the side even, and on the back you get a little brief description of the features and also the how to fill the tank up. It's very basic. I'll hold it there for a second if you want to pause it and you can read that. On the side here we do see that it is a 2200 mAh battery. That should give you about 2.5 hours, and it is a 1 key control, and there's some temperature details on the battery itself. So yeah, very basic, nice little case. Opening it up, we get our mod. As you can see, we also get our clearomizer tank. Now it does come with a 0.5 ohm coil pre-installed. And do we get anything else? Yes we do, we get a little USB charger cable. So not a lot, very much length on that, but it's good to get you going. That's good to see. Okay, so putting the case to one side, let's start off with the mod itself. Now, there she is. Now, size comparison, there she is next to the Kangaroo AnyBox, and lengthways as well. Okay, now this does have a 5-click on and 5-click off function, so it looks like it's currently on just now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be it off. Now we do get a little light show here. There are 4 lights, so when we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get the little light show, and when you fire it, those do light up, and that gives you an indication of your battery power. So it has came fully charged, which is nice. On the bottom here we see that it is a 2200 mAh battery, and there is your USB charge input. So the buttons on the side, guys, it is outdated, not outdated, sorry, it's got a little bit of a recess, so you can feel it, you know, if you're looking at. I always see reviews and they say if I was looking for it in the dark. Well, if you're looking for it in the dark, you are going to find it. It does come out a little bit from the side there. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the device itself, very easy. It is a 40W mod. It basically dumps the power of the battery, so I think you're probably looking at about 4.2 volts. As the battery drains, the voltage and wattage will obviously drop. It does have an adjustable 510 pin, but it is not spring loaded. You do have to get in there with a screwdriver, and it's a recessed 510 threading connection. So, as I was saying, it is made of aluminium, and they do have some air channels on the 510, if we can pick that up, for those atomizers that do receive their airflow from the 510 pin. So there's not an awful lot else I can say about this, guys. It is fairly basic, and that's why I like it. You know, it is a nice little device that you switch on and you push the button. You know, there's no screens, there's no messing about. It is fairly solid, and yeah, it's small enough to have in your hand, as you can see. So yeah, very good. Okay, so the clearomizer now, here she is here. So it does have a removable drip tip. It is a Pyrex glass tank. It does hold 3 ml of e-liquid. Let's just take it apart. So there we go. As you can see, the glass section the bottom section does come off, and the glass can be removed from the top section. Just want to be gentle when you're doing it. There we go. Whoa, that is on there tight. Obviously, you don't want to take it apart to cleaning, so you obviously want to take it apart whilst you're cleaning. Those O-rings are very good. Nice thick O-rings. And here is your coil. So the coil, as you can see, is a horizontal coil, and kind of looks like the original Kanger sub-tank coils. So I would imagine that once you have finished with the coil, you can easily pull the cotton out of there and then, you know, re-wick it, dry burn it and re-wick it, and maybe get another week or so out of the coil. There you go. It may be relatively easy to rebuild this coil as well, just removing the pin and pulling the coil out and then feeding a new coil through. So that is a 0.5 ohm coil. Now you don't get a spare coil with the kit, which is the only thing that I think is a little bit disappointing. Okay guys, so I just went and gave the tank a little clean there. It wasn't covered in machine oil or anything like that, but I do like to kind of rinse it all off before I vape on it. So that's the coil there. That's what we were talking about before I went and did that. Now just to let you see the Pyrex glass section, that is the thickness of the glass. So it's about the standard. I think, you know, you do have to be careful with it because it's not super thick, but I think you're pretty safe with glass that size. And the drip tip, as you can see, it is a fairly wide bore that does tailor down to a smaller section, which, you know, I say it all the time, I don't really see what the point of having a massive chamber here if the section where the vapour goes through is small anyway. But there you go, a little bit of water in there because I've just given it a clean, but there, that's that. So putting the tank back together again, so we're just going to pop the glass section back on the top, and that went on rather easily there. Popping the drip tip in, as you can see, it is a double O-ring drip tip, so nice and secure, like so, and the coil simply goes into the bottom tank. So I mean, to be honest, these coils, it doesn't look, the tank itself is set up for these coils. It's got the inner threading. The coil will screw onto that section of the chamber, which basically means, guys, you're not going to be able to use any other coils with this device, so you're going to have to only use these coils, or if you were to rebuild that coil yourself. So just pop the coil back in there, like so, nice and tight. The airflow on the tank is fairly substantial. You do get a nice little slit, like so, that is fully open, and you get two of them, and you get a third one as well. So you get 3 slots going round, giving you masses of airflow. Okay, so we're going to fill up the tank, and for this purpose I'm going to use some of this Liquids blueberry flavour e-liquid, and as always I'm just going to prime the coil a little bit before I start. Just waiting that soaking through, and again on the other side. So as it's a vertical coil, it goes directly across. There are only the 2 juice ports, you could call them, and I'm just going to put a few drops into the coil and leave that to sit. And like the old days, before top fill, before all these fancy options, you just put it upside down and squeeze your juice into the tank. Like I said, the tank does hold 3.5 mil, sorry, 3 mil of e-liquid. So you want to fill it up to just about just below that blue O-ring, and then you simply pop the coil in, and the coil is what secures the tank in place. And there you go. So I'll show you more on when I'm up close, but you can see that there is clearly room in the tank for more e-liquid, and I'm guessing this is why the top fill method became so popular, because you know, there's space there that's not getting taken advantage of. Okay, and now we simply screw our tank onto the device, and you can see it does sit nice and flush with the device. Now this is a 22mm tank, so all 22mm devices will sit nice and flush. If you are using something that's wider, obviously it will not sit flush. So let's jump up top and give her a vape and see if she performs. Okay, so we're back up top, guys. We've seen what comes in the box, we've seen how it works, and we've seen the tank. Now, one of the reasons why I think this is pretty cool is, I mean, it was less than £20. You get the mod, you get the tank, you get the charger. Now, I do think that it would have been better if they included some spare coils, but you know, for less than £20, then I guess it's not a huge deal. But how does she vape? Well, you know, let's give her a go and see. She certainly chucks the clouds. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying this tank. This whole setup is really cool because it's very light. It's very light, you know, and it was very cheap. You know, when I started vaping, you couldn't get a box mod for less than about £35. My first one was the MVP2. But you know, for less than 20 quid, you get the mod and the tank, and it's so simple to use. So anybody, if you're recommending a first mod to people, you know, what's wrong with this? You know, all they need to do is press a button. Really handy. The tank, you know, the look of the tank I think is very sharp. It does remind me a little bit of a sub-tank mini. The airflow, it's got good airflow on it. I've got it wide open. And you know those coils, horizontal coils, so you can, you know, do the old sub-tank coil technique. We pull out that cotton, dry burn it, feed some cotton through that hole, and then you've got a new coil for another week or so. Rebuilding the coil looks fairly simple as well. Just pull it off, pull it out, insert the new one in. So that's handy as well. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the weight of vapes, I'm getting no spit back, which is really important because I hate spit back. It really does my nut in. But you know, I'm getting a good vape. Yeah, it's very nice. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. You know, the device is obviously firing it at 4.2 volts. Whatever that is in wattage, it obviously, you know, it fires up to 40 watts. But I don't need to worry about that because the device is doing it all for me. All I need to do is hit the button, which is, you know, is great, you know. Fantastic. Very good flavour. That blueberry's coming out really well. You know, I'm getting good clouds. Now, I did notice one con, you know, I've got this wide open, so when I do close it off, let's say you close it off to about halfway, have a listen to this. It's obviously quite loud. You know, it's not as loud when you open it up fully, so if you're going to be maybe vaping it a little bit closed off, even if I close it off a quarter of the way, it's quite loud. It doesn't bother me because I open it up fully and do long hits, so you know, that's a good thing to me. But when you do close it off a little bit, it does go a little bit noisy, which is all could get in the way if you're sitting watching the TV with someone else in the room. That could maybe annoy them. You know, my girlfriend's quite, she happens to mention when I'm using something that's a little bit loud, so take that into account. You know, in terms of other cons, you know, it's a 2200 mAh battery. You know, if you're vaping these sub-ohm tanks, 2200 mAh is not a huge lot, so you may find that it doesn't last all day. You know, obviously if you were to put a different tank on here with a higher ohmage of coil, then you know, you may get longer out of it. But with the coil that came with the tank at 0.5 ohm, you know, I must be hitting around about 40 watts pretty much all the time, and the 2200 mAh battery is not going to last. But all in all, you know, £17 it cost. You can't argue with value, guys. It's really, I really do like it. You know, it depends where you go to get it. My local shop, down the road from me, they're actually selling it for £34.99. You know, $34.99 is actually still quite a good price for what you're getting, a mod and a tank. But obviously, you know, like everything else, if you shop around, you can get things cheaper. I got mine from Fast Tech. I will post a link to where I picked it up from. The other thing to bear in mind is, because this is a battery and you're ordering it from China, it has to go a certain way in terms of postage, so you can't, you know, you can't express it or anything like that. So you have to pick something like Sweden Post or something. So I was waiting a good 5 weeks for this, guys. You know, so that take that into account. You know, certainly don't buy it as a Christmas present, because it's not going to arrive in time. You know, it probably will get here February. So bear that in mind. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it. Now, it does come in a couple of different colours as well. It does come in blue, it comes in gold, and it comes in silver, and it comes in black. So that, you know, you can pick them up at different colours. On the where I got it, the battery is actually it's all made by JomoTech. The battery is called the Lite 40W. Now the battery itself, they do have kits where it comes with a variation of the sub-tank mini rather than this tank. So you don't have to get it with this tank, the JomoTech tank. You can get it with a clone, I suppose, of the sub-tank mini. And I'll post a link to that as well in the description if you wanted to maybe get that instead. I wanted the authentic kit just to kind of show you what comes as the kit. Because if you are looking in shops, a couple of little corner shops and things like that have got this in stock, so you may see it in your shop. So that's why I picked up this one. Excuse me. Woo! Yeah, all in all, guys, I actually quite like this. I'm going to use the mod for drippers. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Tesla 2. You know, just one button, and that's you, good to go. But guys, yeah, I like it, and I would certainly recommend that you check it out at least. As always, thanks for joining me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you've not already subscribed. And whatever you do, guys, please look after yourself and vape, don't smoke.